I'm presenting here Songs for a Passerby. It's a virtual reality opera of 30 minutes, and the audience is invited to walk through a musical dreamscape in VR. So they wear a VR headset and they walk around on a surface of 5 to 6 meters. And by walking around a corner every time, they explore new scenes and passing by scenes that are somehow about the passing of time. And we work with 3D cameras on the bodies of the spectators in order for them to see themselves. So it's a bit like an outer body experience that you look at yourself in several scenes. Also asking a question about, are we this body that is standing here before me, or am I a ghost that is just looking at this body? And also maybe like, am I passing by these moments in time, or are these moments just kind of passing by me as a question of agency also in life?
So the imaginary friend is a virtual reality experience about a little boy, and this boy's mother died not so long ago, and the boy is a bit fragile, he's maybe a little bit weird as well, and at a certain point his fantasy basically comes to his aid, and he makes up you, the player. So you kind of are his imaginary friend and you help him to overcome his fears. When I had the idea for the imaginary friend, I just thought this is the perfect VR idea. It's just like such an interesting place for the player in the virtual reality experience. You write from your own perspective and you write what you know. So slowly I have apparently been bringing more and more of myself in it, and I had a big surprise when it was almost finished. I was kind of almost burned out, and I said that my psychologist, and I was sitting on the chair, and she said, "Okay, Steye, inside of you is a little boy. Keep the boy in the chair, and then you yourself sit on the couch." And then my brain was just like, whoa! I kind of made my own story, which is weird, but fun.
To me, the experience is quite open, so I don't want to be like the director that tells the people how to experience it. But indeed, I do feel like there is an interesting question about life there, about like, are we making choices ourselves, or is life something that kind of just happens? And I do think that there is some kind of melancholy feeling in life of standing kind of outside of it, not always being at the center of it. And that's something that I can recognize myself in, so I hope that the audience can also definitely recognize that feeling.
There's a promise in VR that you can be so involved, and I guess this is what really triggers me to make VR too, because you can involve the player, the person. It could also be an experiencer or an immersant or sometimes even a viewer, but I like to call it the player because I think that's the best word. And I guess I tell a story about that it's okay to be sad. I think that's an important story to tell. Like, people try to put away their feelings, and that it's not always helpful because it comes out somewhere else. And I really hope that they will think about friendship, because you became the friend of that kid. So hopefully it triggers like feelings of friendship in some sort of way, because I think friendship is like a really cool thing.
Art has always been there for us to learn more about what we are, who we are, how we relate to the world that surrounds us. And to me, that's really, really important in art and therefore also in immersive media. I think what I love about immersive media is that it rethinks the position also of the spectator. But like in traditional theater, you were supposed to sit in your chair and look at this actor object and be a subject. It was a very hierarchical relationship that they had. And in immersive media, this relationship is really rethought into a more democratized art that can be about yourself. You're standing in the midst of an experience, you are at the center of it, experiencing things about yourself. So I really hope that that still is a question about well-being, and I hope that we can add to that in this field, that it will be about human beings understanding who they are and what they fear maybe, or what they desire.